If you have diabetes and you don't want to be dependent on medicine for lifetime and you want to enjoy your life, then this video is for you, because in this video I'll tell you the root cause and how diabetes develops, and I'll give you the solution as well. Now many of you will ask me, why can't you just give me the solution? It's because if I tell you that eat this and you shouldn't eat that, you won't understand why you need to eat this. So to understand that better, you need to know how diabetes develops. So before even you get diabetes, you get insulin resistance. In insulin resistance, there are two things. First is your insulin and second is your sugar. So think of your insulin as your boss and think of sugar as an employee. So when an employee comes to the company, the boss will tell the employee what to do and where to go. And that's what insulin does with the sugar. But when the sugar level increases, suppose it was 5, now it's 50. So it becomes very hard for the boss to manage this many sugar. So what it does is that it starts working overtime and it takes no leaves. And this is what we call as pre-diabetes. Your blood sugar levels are normal, but your insulin is working very hard. But when your insulin is working so hard, it's taking no leaves, it's getting burnt out. And when it's getting burnt out, the insulin can no longer function properly. So your sugar level suddenly increases, and when you do your HbA1c, you will see that your sugar levels are very high and that you are diabetic. But this diabetes doesn't happen suddenly. You don't just wake up one day and get diabetes. It takes you 10 to 15 years for you to get diabetes. Now why does the sugar level increases? It's because you're eating too much sugar or you're taking too many carbs. Second is you have a lot of inflammation in your body. Third is you're not getting proper sleep and you're taking a lot of stress. So when you take a lot of stress, your sugar level increases. So you need to first manage your diet, you need to manage your stress, you need to get proper sleep to heal your diabetes, and you'll also need to give insulin some rest, and I'll be talking about all this in part 2. Now what are some of the signs and symptoms of insulin resistance? So first is acne, second is you can either have low BP or high BP, third is weight gain, fourth is you will get intense sugar cravings, you will crave for sugar a lot, fourth is that you will get skin tags. Now how do you identify diabetes? So many of the doctors will do HbA1c test, and HbA1c test detects your blood sugar level. But before your blood sugar level even increases, your insulin level increases first. So you need to diagnose your insulin levels first, and to diagnose your insulin levels you need to do fasting insulin test. And if you do fasting insulin test and if it's high, that means you have insulin resistance and that you are heading towards diabetes. And that's why also you need to do blood checkups regularly, especially you need to do fasting insulin test, and which most people don't do.